So, last night was productive?
Nope. It's too low level. He knew nothing. This is a man who knows things. Anatoly Kanayazev. He's Russian. Contracts all over the globe, but he's based out of the port of Gotham. Anatoly Kanayazev. He's Russian. Contracts all over the globe, but he's based out of the port of Gotham.
Welcome everyone, welcome to Heroes Avenue. It's your boy Darren, and a lot has been going on with the Matt Reeves Batman. A lot of rumors, to be exact. A lot of it has to do with Ben Affleck and what the hell he's doing with that movie. Is he involved? Is he not involved? Is he gonna be Batman? If he's not gonna be Batman. Here we go again. The circle continues. I'm sorry guys, if you're tired of this, I know what you're thinking. I know your frustration. I'm right there with you, but let's just talk about it. Let's just, geek out together. Let's just have a good discussion about what will happen with Ben Affleck in the Batman movie. A lot of people think that, that Ben Affleck is going to take on the cowl again, because we do know that Matt Reeves is shooting for a younger Batman, and this is going to be more of a noir movie, not going to be based off of any source or any comic book at all. It's just going to be a noir Batman that's focused solely on his detective skills. And he's going to be a young Batman in his prime, not necessarily a origin story or a Batman Begins or a Batman Year One story. It's going to be right in the sweet spot where he's fighting crime and he's kicking ass and he's fit. So he's young, he's probably in his late 20s. He's been doing Batman for a while, and people really want Ben Affleck to be Bruce Wayne in this one. And there are a lot of rumors where he is involved, and I totally trust those sources. Some of them are actually saying that he is going to be a producer in that movie. I think he's going to be heavily involved, but more on the back end. And Matt Reeves is not saying how he's involved, but he is involved. So a lot of people are saying that we are going to have a de-aged Batman, where we're gonna have a CGI face of Ben Affleck again, another CGI face. You know how Warner Brothers loves that. You know how great they did that last time, right? We're gonna have they think that we're gonna have a de-aged, younger looking Ben Affleck. And the internet is really good at visual arts, and everyone's showing their skills of how they would approach it and how Ben Affleck would look. If they did a de-aged version of him in Batman vs Superman, and people also did a Photoshop version of Ben Affleck in Batman vs Superman, and those are, people are saying like, yeah, if I could do it, Warner Brothers can do it. It's so easy. Yeah, it's easy. I'm sure it's very easy to do on your computer, right? You're just at home. You're not making a gigantic film. You're not making it in IMAX. This movie it's gonna be huge, right? And the technology that I'm sure you have on your computer, I'm sure it's nowhere near what the other visual effects studios have, right? And Disney, let's talk about what's been going on with Disney, because Disney has been killing it in the visual effects game. They've done the de-aging part so well with Winter Soldier, with Captain America. They've worked with the studio actually called Lola Effects, and Lola Effects did all of the Marvel movies. They did the Michael Douglas de-aging in Ant-Man, and they also did Benjamin Button. I think that was actually the first movie where they de-aged the entire film. And that was really great. And I don't think Warner Brothers has ever partnered up with them. If this ever does happen, maybe they will. But from what we've seen from the previous movie in Justice League, it's not the case, right? The visual effects artist that worked on Henry Cavill's mustache came from Warner Brothers, unfortunately. Besides the cell phone scene actually came from a different studio. which is currently unknown. We don't know who that is because it was a terrible job. Yeah, Warner Brothers, I'm sure if they were ever going to do a de-aging Ben Affleck of the entire movie, it would be someone in Warner Brothers to do that. And I don't think this scenario, I don't think the de-aging of Ben Affleck is quite, I don't think Warner Brothers is going to do that, just because of what Walter Hamada has been doing so far. You know, I think the decisions he's been making in DC has been really great. You know, he's reconstructing the whole universe. He's learning from the mistakes, and he's trying to not continue on with what's been, you know, with all the flaws that DC's currently facing right now. I think he's trying to correct it. He's not trying to repeat himself at all. So making anything difficult or anything complicated with movies, I think he's definitely cutting that out. Like, he wants to focus on purely just one film at a time. That's why there's no DC slate out. That's why the Batman was never announced in Comic-Con, or Superman 2 wasn't released in Comic-Con. I think it's because he wants to make sure everything is perfect before they make an announcement. He wants to focus on one movie at a time, so there's no like mess ups, or, you know, no false hope or false promises with the fans. And so by not announcing, or by not having a de-aged Ben Affleck, that totally avoids, you know, a lot of complicated things that DC has failed on, including the visual effects, right? So what I think, Ben Affleck actually is in the movie, but I think he's in the movie for probably a small portion of the movie. I'm sure it's going to be him. When you first see the film, it's going to show Ben Affleck, and then it's going to do a flashback scene of him as he was younger. Definitely check out our previous video where Rob explains this epic scene of how Ben Affleck is in the movie, and then it flashes back to a younger Bruce Wayne. Definitely check that out. It's totally awesome. The way he describes it is pretty sexy, and you guys might like get so sweaty in your pants that you might think it's real. So definitely check that out. But yeah, I totally don't think they're gonna de-age Ben Affleck's face into a younger Ben Affleck. I don't think that's possible. I don't think Walter Hamada wants that. So I'm sorry, but that's how I see it. Currently, especially since like the whole business part of, you know, DC is growing in ruins, and they want to correct things. I don't think they want to backtrack by doing more CGI in the future movies, especially with someone's face, right? Totally dumb decision. So let me know what you guys think. This is just my opinion, but let me know in the comments below. Let me hear your point of view in the comments of what they will do with Ben Affleck, if you think they're going to de-age him or not, and just tell me your reasons. So let me know in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.